I got.
Can't get that cigarette out of your mouth.
I'm
Good
listening though.
God.
If I don't do that, it's gonna kill the battery. Go ahead.
It's gonna come back to haunt you.
I know.
Anyhow.
I already did.
So anyhow, I guess I went to sleep and then I woke up in the morning, and I go outside. I go out, and in the living room.
Where are you at? Where's this?
In Beechwood, in Hollywood,
oh, okay.
Northern Hollywood.
All
okay,
right.
So this was in. I waking up, and it was there.
So your sisters, you're
so
waking up.
So I walk out. No, I was up.
Right, at your sister's place,
and I
right?
walked out. Yes, I walked out of the room, and on the couch, this character was there. Okay?
This character was there.
That was Steve McQueen.
That was Steve McQueen.
And I said to him, "Who are you?" And he said, "Who are you?" And he wasn't even a star then. It was just before I met the great races when he was become a star. And he was an ornery guy. He was Irish kid too. But he said. I said, "Who are you?" And I said, "My name is Sydney." And he said, "Who are you?" And he said, "I am Steve." And then there was a cross on the wall. I have one on close to my bed too. They call it Catholicism. What is it?
Right.
He's that guy up on the wall there.
He asked you who that guy on the wall was?
It was the guy up on the wall. He knew who it was. He was being and I said, he says, "What's your name?" I said, "Sydney." He said, "Sydney," and and he was cute as could be. God, he was so cute.
And that's all you said to him?
Yes, and then he was getting ready to go. But what it was, my sister told me then, was they were in drinking or whatever. They met at a class, and he liked the color, the girls of the type of my sister.
Did he have sex with your sister?
I don't know. He was sitting on the couch. He was riding his bike. He was on the bike.
Bicycle or motorcycle?
Motorcycle. Come on.
Well, I don't know. I'm asking.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm telling you. What do you It was in Hollywood. It was at that time. It was a long time ago. But he came. But I guess they had they were drinking or whatever, and whatever, and he was going. And anyhow, but I still remember that to this day. He says, "Who are you?" And I said, "Well, who are you?" And he was sleeping. But we didn't know because he was regular, always. But he was also.
Did you ever talk to him after that?
No, no. Years later, I didn't even think about it. I saw the movie, and I remember.
That was that guy on my sister's couch.
He was in cars and ride and this and that. But he kind of was sad in the end, and towards the end that people could figure out. He always was. He was always trying to be approved by his father. He had a thing, so he became a snotty guy. But anyhow, he got into drugs. He was into drugs, but he was married to. He was married. That's what he was. He was married, and he had a little girl and a boy. The boy is still living. The girl died like he did, cancer. But that was him before. But when I'd go to California and we'd go to Beverly Hills and drive around, and he was around, and he was on. Have you ever heard of Ally McGraw?
Yes.
Yeah, she's beautiful. I liked her, and he liked that kind of girl. That's what my sister was, the same realm, and he'd be in Hollywood there, and she would be on his back, and he married her. He got married, but he got on cocaine, and he left his wife, and well, I don't know what all that stuff was. It was just about, but I remember Ally McGraw, and I'd see him on there. And he was just, he wasn't a Hollywood star, he was just a guy. I tell you what, they don't come anymore. These kind of guys they don't come anymore. They want their hat, I don't know. It was different times. He was just a guy, and he was a pain in the ass. But I liked him. I liked him because he was real. He was real. And he had problems. And he got into and he could have, the movie,
The Great Escape, was it?
well, I was in movie, yes, I saw that. I saw all his movies. My favorite movie, I watch it every time, Bullet.
Bullet.
Bullet. That was Steve McQueen. And he doesn't even arc. That's where he was. That's where he was. And the Porsches and the cars and this and that. But the thing is, the reason he died of cancer.
I know. I heard that. Yeah.
Because my friend Peter, and years ago at that time, I could go back in Chicago, and then we died. And he The Hunter was his last movie, and he went into, and then he was married again because he got into drugs. So I guess Allie, they and so he had the other girl. They were always the same realm girl, the dark girl. He was blonde, blue eyes.
Yeah.
But his movies are, I mean, he's to me, I mean, that's a man. Well, like you are. You're a man to me. These pretty boys
You're
are
silly.
No, these pretty boys are bullshit to me. But anyhow, and he was ornery, and he was. Let's say after that, anyhow. But he liked my sister type and this and that. But anyhow, what happened was, he would have been top of the end when the movie. See, my brain is losing.
I can't think of even half of his movies.
Famous, the movie. No, this first movie. He became a star because he was very popular, and he wasn't he was just himself. He was just himself, and he didn't put up bullshit or anything. He started out as in the westerns, you know, in the beginning to become to Hollywood. But he always had a thing about his father, and so he had problems a lot, I guess, all his life. But anyhow, he what was it? Let's see, what was it? I can't remember. I get across that. But anyhow, it was when what made see, because my brain's great. What made Robert Redford a star was the same movie, and Steve Wynn was offered that. It would have made him way out.
Steve Wynn?
But he gave it up. He didn't want.
Steve Wynn wasn't.
They wanted Steve Wynn for this movie.
Really?
What is the movie? I can't remember the movie. I'm drunk.
But Steve Wynn was the casino owner. Gold Nugget, right? You mean Steve McQueen?
Steve McQueen, the actor.
You said
Okay.
Steve Wynn.
I'm sorry. Oh, that's okay.
He was the casino owner. He mixed them up.
Because I'm drunk.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is, see, you're listening to me at least. Anyhow.
I'm paying attention.
He was offered because he was popular after the movie he made, and he should have gotten an honor in Papillon. It's great in Papillon. Did you ever see Papillon?
Of course.
He should have gotten.
Yeah,
he
it
should
was
have gotten
great
that.
movie.
Yeah, he should have gotten one, but he didn't.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. But the Western, this was in the beginning. This was in '60, okay, in the early '60s, and even in the Great Race, he did all his own style, his own.
He did all his own motorcycle riding. I know that.
And
they talked about that.
Some of his books are in here. I mean, his cars. A couple of his cars are still there in the Riverside, I think.
Oh, really?
I think
they
there were
some
a couple
really great
of
cars
them.
over there.
Well, he was a car guy, but he. The thing is. Wait, what was I going to say? Okay, but he got high hand, you know. No, he didn't want this and he didn't want that, and blah blah blah. But he got on drugs. But so they took Robert Redford took the role, and it made Robert Redford a star. What
And
is
that was
the
the
movie?
role in what movie?
I'm.
That's where you're having a brain fart. Okay. That's all right. We'll figure it out later.
And that's why when
And quit trying to cop a feel.
About that, I'm not trying to copy. Oh, I could care less about it. TikTok.
I'm just teasing you.
But the thing is, but I always liked him because he was a rebel. I guess to me he was always real, and he wasn't really that good looking, but it's like you.
Oh, thanks.
Appreciate that. No, but I mean, what I'm saying is,
if I can only look half as good as Steve McQueen.
No, he wasn't really that good looking, but he had that macho thing.
Well, I don't have that either.
Well, you do. You do in a different way. Tell women they know what they like. You men are always complaining what think they are what they are. Men, you know women's not. Oh God, it's not.
Women are crazy. You're all nutty.
No, well, men are too. But anyhow, and then he made Bullet, and when he made Bullet, Warner was a big company from Betty Davis to 39 to 29, and that company made more money. That Bullet made more money than all of Warner's.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And he did. And have you seen the Bullet? I watch it every time I watch it.
You know what?
Do you have to see the movie?
I honestly don't know. I may have seen it. I may have seen it.
But you don't know.
In its entirety or partially.
But you don't know.
But I can honestly answer. I don't know.
And he was always so cool. And he didn't have to act. This is the way he was. And I know he was the way because I saw him in that, when, he was making fun. He was cool. He was just cool. He was just a guy. Jeez. When guys are guys, they're better than women. When they're great, they're better than women. These pussies. God, I don't know. Shut up. But anyhow, he was so cool. And then the last movie he made was Hunter, and of course he was dying. He was dying of cancer. But they don't appreciate him today. Like probably they don't appreciate you, or maybe I don't, because I don't appreciate a lot of your music. But
you don't like any of my music.
But
I can honestly say
that song I liked. Just you finished
the REM song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a good song.
But anyhow, it was a beautiful song, excellent, beautiful. But
at least we have some common ground somewhere.
Oh, I could listen to that all the time. But anyhow,
and I liked the jazz in your movie the other night. It was great. I love that.
That's why
I love that sound.
That's what I wanted you to watch. I watch it every time.
I know.
It's on.
You told me, what was the name of it? The something or other.
High Society.
High Society, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that was with Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra, and who was the gal in there?
She's
a beautiful girl. She's a beautiful woman.
Oh, you mean Grace Kelly, of course.
Yeah. She was a knockout. Yeah,
she's beautiful. She's very.
I didn't know she was that good looking.
Oh, she's beautiful. She was a natural. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
But anyhow, the thing is, so anyhow, you got me off the track. Well, anyhow, but that's how. And then when I was in Florida, they brought out Hunter, and that was his last movie. And he was sick then, but he went through it. But when he Bullet, and he'd say cool, and the movie would say, I don't like you go on your, I don't know, and it was natural. That's the way he was. And the only reason I knew the way he was because the dialogue, stayed in my brain.
REM, the song from REM, Electrolyte, started this conversation because he said, I'm Steve McQueen, I'm Martin Sheen, blah, blah, blah. That's what started this conversation,
really?
By the way.
Yeah. I didn't hear it. Oh.
Well, you said you heard the name Steve McQueen, and you told me you had a little thing to tell me about Steve McQueen.
I forgot.
So here we are.
So I'm drunk.
Well, you're not acting drunk.
But
you're pretty well behaved.
I remember, but he got onto drugs. And then he got married.
Sad.
And then he got unmarried again, and it was the same realm of girls that he was in, with Allie, and he like the same.
What was that gal? What was that gal? Allie what?
Allie McGraw.
Allie McGraw.
She's older than I am, but
I know that name.
And his movies. I don't see his movies so much anymore. His movies are so good. He's just so cool. He was so cool. You know, I don't like
just a real dude. Just a regular guy.
Yes, right.
Yeah, that's cool.
But you don't see. That's what you don't understand about me. That's why I like you.
Oh,
I
here
don't
we go.
I don't like these pussy face characters.
pussy face.
And I wouldn't know what to do with them if I had them anyhow. But I mean, that's what I thought. And I watched that movie all the time. I never forget it. And then he should have been Papillon. He should have gotten a computer.
I gotta find out what time it is. Wait, hold on. We're good.
He should have had he was up for an award with Papillon.
Papillon.